Hey y'all, today we are working on a 200 calorie meal for on a day when you want to have 800 calories total. And I'll give you the background on this, why I'm doing this in just a minute, because let's just say I fell off the wagon of the diet wagon. And I had a couple of days where I was super sloppy and I didn't work out and I ate way too much. So to make up for that, I do like an 800 calorie day. The important thing when you're doing an 800 calorie day is you want to make sure that every single calorie is very nutritious because you're not eating a lot, so you want to make sure that you're getting maximum nutrition. So let me show you what I'm working with today. We're going to work with Trader Joe's riced cauliflower. It's really good. The entire package is 80 calories, and I'm going to eat I use the entire package. There's 4 servings, but that's 1 serving for me because I really like my veggies. So we're working with that. We're working with sour cream, a can of chilies, Frank's Red Hot, which has 0 calories, a small habanero pepper, a green onion, and a little bit of very nice Parmesan cheese. To start with, I'm going to dump the entire package of the frozen rice cauliflower into a pot. Like I said, this makes a very, very healthy serving. That entire sack is only 80 calories. And I'm adding so many other things that are pretty much freebies, so like a little can of green chilies. And this is basically modeled after this wonderful casserole that my mother used to make, kind of a Tex-Mex casserole that had sour cream and these little diced chilies. And so we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of sour cream, like that. That has 2 tablespoons, that's 60 calories. So right there, we have the 60 and the 80. So right now we're at 140 because I don't count, I don't count the veggies. And we have a green onion. We cut off the ends, cut it down the middle like that, just to make it more fine, and chop that into the pan. Next we have just a handful of organic small tomatoes. Again, freebies, no calories there. A little bit of Frank's. Give it a mix. And let's pop it on the stove to warm through. So yes, what happened was I went for a couple of days and I didn't work out, and my nutrition wasn't great. I was kind of cheating at night. There may have been some binge watching of the RuPaul show on Netflix, AJ and the Queen. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And so there were a couple of days where the nutrition was terrible. I didn't exercise and I could really feel it. Stuff was getting tight, and I thought, you know what, I need to just get strict about it. So yesterday it was a strict 800 calorie day. That is not something you're supposed to do all the time. But if you've been sloppy and you've had like sort of a bingey weekend or whatever, it's fine to do an 800 calorie day as long as you're not doing it all the time. You obviously have to do it within your own parameters, what's safe for you. But for me, an 800 calorie day is great because I exercised for a full hour. I did the elliptical for an hour. I did some weights. I walked around. Actually, oh, you know what? I need to put this habanero pepper in there. I'm going to go ahead and do that right quick. Hang on just a sec. So this is how I do it. I hold it by the stem and I cut through it like that with the scissors. And then I cross cut it like that. Because if you put this on a chopping board and you're holding it and the juice, the capsaicin and the oils get on your hands, you have to be really, really careful. I wear contacts, so I've made that mistake, and owie, that is not pleasant. So I just try to keep my fingers away from it and use the scissors to cut little pieces, and then go over the pan and just cut it right in, like I did with the green pepper. Same thing. Hang on. Okay, so I never even touched the pepper. I can just toss that now. As you can tell, I really, really like hot food. So I guess that's my Texas upbringing somehow. You could take the girl out of Texas, but I gotta have my peppers. So this was a great way for me to get back on track. It's an extreme adjustment because I had been today's another day I'm gonna be really light, probably not 800 calories, but I'll probably do like 1,000 calories today. And my intention is to go for a run, but it's only 27 degrees right now, so we may be in the gym one more day today. Some people like to do this once a week no matter what, and like an intermittent fasting type of thing. So you eat regularly, so like your 1,300, 1,400, whatever your calorie is, your count for that day, more if you're exercising more or you're bigger or whatever. And then one day a week you do 800 calories, or 2 days a week you do 800 calories. This is a great dish to put into that plan if that's the way that you're doing your dieting and your nutrition. Because like I said, this thing is, it's a voluminous amount of food, negligible calories. Right now I think we've got 140 in the pot, and then I'm gonna add about this much parm, which is another like 40 or 50 calories. So it's around 200, not bad at all. And then you taste it, and we'll add a few little herbs and things like that. So let me see how we're doing on that, and I'll get right back to you. So I tasted it, it needed a little salt, it needs a few other things. It's also getting a little bit dry. I did mine in the microwave last night, so I'm doing it on the stovetop today, and I think that you're gonna get a better result on the stovetop. I was just feeling very lazy last night. So I'm gonna add a little bit of bone broth to it. You could use vegetable broth if you're trying to keep it vegetarian, just to kind of keep it from burning and sticking to the bottom. Now, bone broth is another really great staple to have in your kitchen. This is the Pacific Foods. I think I got this at Whole Foods. And the thing is, it's not calorie free. It does have 40 calories per cup, but it also has a lot of protein. It has 9 grams of protein in 1 cup. So this is another great thing if you're doing an 800 calorie day. Sip on this, it's very filling, it's very comforting. Even if you're just doing your regular day and you've got that afternoon munchie kind of thing going on, or you just want something, or you want a cup of coffee, but you don't want the caffeine, this is really kind of soothing, and it's very nourishing. Bone broth is fantastic. You got your glucosamine and glycans, they help build, your hair, your nails, collagen building. So this is one good brand I like. There are a few others. Just read the ingredients, make sure they're not adding a bunch of junk to it. Okay, so I grated in about half the parm. I'm gonna wait and do the other half right before I eat it. I also added some of I know I'm doing a lot of Trader Joe's stuff today. I do shop at other places, but this is the mushroom, the umami kind of powder. It's really good. It just gives like some great depth of flavor, and then a little bit of garlic powder. So I added those 2 things, a little salt, a little pepper, just kind of to taste, whatever you want. If you want more cheese or more, just keep track of the calories just to make it a little richer, however you want to do it. So I'm gonna let that go for another few minutes. The other thing I was gonna point out to you, the equivalent amount of rice would be 800 calories. A bag of rice this big would be 800 calories, instead of 80. So again, you're getting a voluminous amount of food. And for some people, this may be too much food. You may say, oh my gosh, there's no way I could eat all of that, because it is very, very filling. So the fun thing, and I've got a little slice of Comté. I'm gonna put that in there too. That's really good. So that's gonna be another probably 50 calories. So now I'm gonna be up to about 240 calories for the whole thing, which is big deal. I mean, that's fantastic, and it's super filling. Okay, adding the last little grate of fresh parm. It makes all the difference when it's fresh. I've got my little basil, and look at how it's pretty. See, look at this huge bowl. This huge bowl is only around 240 calories because I added the extra cheese, and it is so good. It's really tasty, really filling. So there is one nice big voluminous recipe for when you're doing an 800 calorie day. I will have more of those coming, but the key thing is just find that level that works for you. For me, it's 1,200 calories a day if it's like a not exercise day, up to about 1,500. It just depends. I hope that helps. Keep the questions and comments coming. And on my Instagram, it is TheCareAndFeedingOfDivas. And on my stories, I put a lot more of like what I'm eating that day or exercising. So follow me there. And y'all stay as glamorous as you can stand to be.